Ew. We in the building, y'all. It's your boy Next Step, one half of the dynamic duo of Next Step and K. K won't be here with us today. He has some things to do. Congratulations to him on his new position, new job that he has. But he's getting some things straight. So let's give a big congratulations to our boy K. Moving on up, brother. But the show must go on. And you will be here in spirit. But you know when you probably gonna be on your phone commenting. But we here, dog. We are definitely in the building. It's your boy Step, one half of the dynamic duo of Next Step and K. You in the basement with Next Step and K, sports podcast and culture. But without further ado, let's get this intro popping and let's get it going.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke, relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke.
Yes, sir. We back in the building, man. Happy fun day, Sunday fun day. You know what I'm saying? This is the last day for most of us that are off on weekends before we start our work week. But, we like to say, congratulations on having another great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Uh Hopefully your weekend was well. Mine went well. We went to my shout out to my bro, Alfie, my neighbor. We had a fight party at his house last night. The ladies and everybody got together, shoot pool, and shout out to Joe. Joe ran the table last night, bro. He Joe ran probably he had a good 12, 15, in between 12 and 15 games strong on the pool table last night. He knocked me off. Hold up.
Pause. You said something.
Knocked me off twice. Alfie couldn't do it. Sean couldn't do it. Old head Kenny couldn't do it. And shout out to Marv. 'Cause I think Marv is another one of my neighbors. He wound up beating Joe. I think Joe ran out of gas, but at the same token, Marv made some great shots too. And then Marv beat me because I was on the table after that. So that tells you it just wasn't my night. But yeah, man. But shout out to Marv. Marv is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and he might be joining the show today. Uh, but yeah, man. We had a great time last night. Did some running around with the wife and kid. Went to this farm and out here. They do a lot of agriculture in Delaware, but yeah, went to this farm and got some, fresh tomatoes and all that stuff like that. Came back, cut the grass this weekend. What else I do while I was home yesterday? Mainly cut the grass because I got a big ass fucking yard, man. It's crazy. Can't afford no landscapers, but I got that little riding little lawnmower. I want a zero turn though. But yeah, man. So I had a decent weekend. Now we doing the podcast, which was basically topping it off.
Pause. You said something gay.
But we got the podcast. Then the fellas coming over my house. We're gonna shoot here today, this afternoon at my house. Get some more, fellowship, men's fellowship. You know what I mean? My basement ain't completely finished, but we still come over and shoot, have a good time, listen to music, put a TV up so that we can watch the game as well. But yeah, we're gonna do that this afternoon as well. And then if we not shooting around the Sunday night football, I might go live right before the game, or I might, if I'm not doing nothing, I got some downtime. If I'm not tired or anything, we might go live with the game and just watch the game together. You know what I'm saying? I'll be using the stream app, so I might be back or ahead, or I don't know how it goes. So for those who watch it game on regular cable, but I do the streaming thing now. Cable costs too much. But yeah, but yeah, that's how my weekend gonna go. I love to hear how y'all weekend has gone. what did y'all do as well? But without further ado, man, last night the Canelo Crawford fight was a great fight. I My prediction was if Crawford, I wanted Crawford to win, but I chose Canelo um because I didn't like the way Crawford last fight went. And I used to watch boxing a lot, but now I just watch it occasionally, or if I'm, at the homie's house, they having a fight party or something like that. So I don't really follow boxing like that, but when I do watch it, I do see it. The last Crawford fight, he didn't look too polished to me. Although I can't say that he looked as if he was ready for the next big fight. It looked like he was just there, get the check, do what he got to do, and it didn't entertain me. That last fight, so I didn't expect him to win because of that. And I know how hard Canelo punches, and I wasn't sure from the last fight Crawford had that he was prepared the right way. But like I said, I don't follow boxing because I know they do that now. They do like the almost like hard knocks for football when they go into the camps and all that stuff. But I didn't follow it, and I know they did interviews and things like that on how they're training. I didn't follow it, but I didn't follow it, so I don't know, how he was training or how prepared he was. And sometimes you watch some things, everybody be saying that they ready in training and all that stuff, and then they're not. But needless to say, Crawford put belt to ass to Canelo last night. I think Canelo probably won one round, and it wasn't like a decisive one round. Um, with Bud moving up in weight and Canelo being able to be where he's at, and then right before the fight, you can put as much weight on as you want. Um, I was very impressed how the way Bud fought last night. I would love to hear y'all opinion on it as well, but I was very, very, very impressed to the point when you're ready to say pound for pound, he's the best boxer in the world. And like I said, I don't follow boxing as much. You know what I mean? So I'm just speaking out loud right now from what I seen and him moving up, picking up that weight, being able to take some of Canelo's shots that he was taking, laughing it off, then standing toe to toe with Canelo in certain spots when Canelo thought he was going to get off. But Bud boxed him the whole entire fight. When I say boxed him, it was like a class on boxing. Stick and move, combinations, counters, jab, 3-punch combos. He was doing any and everything almost that he wanted last night to Canelo, and Canelo was looking frustrated, man. Canelo was looking very, very frustrated last night. You could tell that he was trying to get Bud out of there with a good power shot, but he couldn't land the great power shot. He hit Bud a couple times, which is expected, and we was wondering how will Bud respond to those shots when he do get them, and he responded very well. The one round that I think he was questionable to say that he may have lost was like the 5th round or something like that. And I think in Bud Brain, once he went to the corner, he kind of thought that, yo, I think I lost that round. As soon as the 6th round came out, they came out for the 6th round, he went right at him. Combo right at him. Bop, 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 bop. I'm like, okay, standing toe to toe with him. You know what I mean? Taking some of Canelo shots, but then countering them. And Canelo had, Bud was hitting him. Canelo was damn near spinning around like he was doing the okie doke, like, oh, I was like, oh my gosh. But Canelo couldn't get where he wanted and couldn't land that one shot. And I think that's what he started searching for. That one shot, that one shot, that one shot. And Bud just kept countering, boxing him, moving, frustrating him. Then when Canelo got him in that little corner, Bud boxing, bop, 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 get out of there. I was like, okay. So Bud showed a whole lot in this fight, and um, from like I said, I wanted him to win, but from the last fight, I didn't think that he was entertained, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. So I didn't understand
Pause. You said something gay.
if he was going to come out to this round or this, this fight with that same energy, and he didn't. He came out on a warpath to prove himself as the best pound for pound boxer in the world, and from what I seen, he proved it. I didn't see a flaw in that fight last night to make me think, he's still missing something. But for him to go up in weight, box the way he did with a power puncher, a slugger like Canelo, take some shots and counter and have Canelo frustrated the way he did. But hats off, man. I tip the hat to you, bro. You really showed your ass last night, man. I would love to hear what y'all had to say about the fight last night. But yeah, it was a great fight. It was definitely a great fight. It was a worth watching. No round was this like BS round. Usually they come out that first round and just dancing around, just trying to see. And it started off a little bit like that. Then Bud started just throwing jab, 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 just a little, what I mean, just to get some action going to see how Canelo was going to respond or what Canelo was going to do. If Canelo was going to come out there head hunting, trying to get that one hitter quitter. Right, you could, like I said, you could see the frustration in Canelo when he was trying to, when he knew he was back, his back was against the wall, and a lot of that fight, he started just coming in on Bud quite a bit and trying to land those big shots opposed to boxing him and trying to land his shots where he could. And with Bud boxing him, the way he boxed him, really got Canelo frustrated. And shout out to Canelo. Didn't make no excuses. Professional. Gave Bud his flowers. Um, like I said, very, very professional in a loss. Didn't jump the gun and say he needed a second fight with him or anything like that. But he did say he still likes boxing. He was like to see what his corner and his team says, and Bud said the same thing as well. But from what I saw, Bud is the best pound for pound boxer that I've seen in a while, and like I said, I watch boxing, the big fights, but not to the point where I'm following boxing. And big shout out to Max Kellerman. Man, Max was on it doing his damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Doing his damn thing in the boxing venue. And it's good to hear Max back on, well, not back on, but good to hear Max's voice on the sports platform. Because there's no way in hell he shouldn't be on a sports platform, whether it's boxing or anything or sports in general. And I think they purposely did that leading up to, I think it was the last fight when Max and Stephen A was supposed to been commentating together. But yeah, big shout out to Max Kellerman. He did a great job as usual. He knows his boxing. He was going back to some of Bud early years when he drove himself to the hospital or something for a cut or whatever the case may be and things like that. But yeah, shout out to Max Kellerman. It was like, but without being undone. Yeah, it was a great fight. Canelo did his damn thing. Bud did his damn thing, but Canelo could have boxed a little much better, even though he boxed his fight. But you could tell the frustration that he was getting by not being able to land no big shots on Bud and really affect Bud. And then when he did land a big shot, Bud didn't get the reaction that he thought he was going to get with the body shots or head shots that he was getting in, the few that he did get in on Bud. So shout out to both fighters, hell of careers, whether y'all hang it up now or not. But I think for both of them, it's still a little food left on the table. I mean, they can I know for sure Bud can get another big fight immediately. Canelo as well, but I don't know if Bud really wants to do that. he might want to be, ride into the sunset. Not unless it's about to check. You know what I mean? Generational wealth, because he definitely going to get that after moving up, and then you're going to see some of those fighters in that weight class all of a sudden want to fight him, but they couldn't beat Canelo. So that says a lot. But man, great fight for both boxers. Great venue, great atmosphere. Mark Wahlberg, Mike Tyson, everybody was there. Shakur Stevens was there. The faces, Magic, everybody was there. So it was a great look. The undercards wasn't too bad. Watched some of them as we were shooting pool and stuff and mingling, but the undercards wasn't too bad as well. I don't know nobody from the undercards, but the fight, was it the fight pre-fight before the main event? I forgot the African or black guy name versus the Martinez. I think that's it. The Mexican or Italian or whatever ethnicity he was. That fight was good too, and I think the black guy, I don't know his name. Thought that he was gonna come in there and just overpower him because he'd been getting knockouts, and it didn't go that well. And he looked frustrated as well, and he looked tired because it looked like he didn't expect to go the distance. And I think that fight ended up in a draw, if I'm correct. Um, but that fight was good too because they was going toe to toe the whole fight. Both of them was inside fighters. Both of them standing toe to toe, body shot up. It was like a ton of. I would love to see the punch statistics for uppercuts landed, because it seemed like that fight, all they was doing is throwing uppercuts, 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 and all of them was landing. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, is anybody going to block a uppercut? But yeah, that fight was good too, toe to toe. I think they was middleweight or light heavyweights or something like that. But that fight was good. And the fights, like I said before, them was pretty good as well. Even though I wasn't really paying attention too much to them, but the rounds that I did see, the fights look good. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't like one of those one hitter quitters. Nobody went out in the first round that I seen in the undercards and stuff like that. So yeah, it was great fights. But shout out, like I said, shout out to Bud Crawford and Canelo for having a great event. And but edging and stone, he's the best pound for pound boxer in the world. On to the next thing, which is college football. In college football, the top 25 goes as number one, Ohio State is 3-0. Penn State is 3-0. Shout out to Penn State. LSU is 3-0. Oregon's 3-0. Miami's undefeated. Georgia's still undefeated. And then we have Texas, who is now 2-1, in which you'll see Archie Manning didn't play too well again. He said himself he needs to play better. But they're currently 2-1. They got another victory. Notre Dame is 0-2, which is shocking. Which is very, very shocking. Nobody expected Notre Dame to be 0-2, but they're still right as of right now, at number 8, which I don't understand. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to change. Illinois is 3-0, which will move up. They'll move up more than likely definitely over Notre Dame, because they're number 9 right now. Florida State's 2-0. South Carolina's 2-1. Clemson is number 12. They're 1-2, which they will fall again. Oklahoma is 3-0, which they will move up. Iowa State will move up. They are currently 4-0, and they're 14th in the country. And this is the top 25 polls as of right now, until the polls readjusted tonight or tomorrow. Iowa State is 4-0 currently, 14th in the country. 15th in the country is Tennessee, who is 2-1. Texas A&M is 16 is 3-0. Ole Miss is 3-0 at 17. South Florida, which is shocking. Nobody expected South Florida to be in the top 25. And they are currently 18th at 2-1. Alabama is 2-1. It's at 19, which I think they're definitely going to move up as well, because some of these teams like Clemson and Notre Dame, like I said, are 0-2, and Clemson is currently 1-2 with a loss in their division as well. Alabama 2-1. Utah is 3-0. Texas Tech is 3-0. Indiana is 3-0. Michigan is 2-1. And Auburn is 3-0 and Missouri is 3-0. So we have a lot of 3-0 teams. One team, Auburn, has a win in their conference. Oh no, that's just home and away. I thought that was conference wins. Okay, so yeah. So that's the top 25. You had Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Oregon, Miami, Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame, Illinois, Florida State, South Carolina, Clemson, Oklahoma, Iowa State, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, South Florida, Alabama, Utah, Texas Tech, Indiana, Michigan, Auburn, and Missouri is your top 25 poll as of today. In other college football news, of course, we're gonna speak on the Colorado situation over there. Colorado coming off another loss currently. So they're now currently 1-2, which more than likely they won't be going to the playoffs. Not unless they win out something crazy, drastically overwhelming wins for the rest of the season. And this week they started Staub, the quarterback that was backing up Shador last year. Though they started him this week. He didn't look too good either. So I think Juju is about to get his opportunity because they're playing it by the wayside right now because they got to get some kind of spark. And right as of right now, Staub came in last week versus Delaware and showed up. He got to start this following week, but then this following week he didn't look too good. So I think he might get another opportunity, but you might see another little shuffle, which is now Juju getting his turn to start at the quarterback position next week, or when they had the shuffling next week and then the following week, Juju may get his opportunity. But I think Juju's gonna get some more opportunities. He's the 5-star quarterback that they received. They got this over the summer, who graduated early so that he can come to Colorado. And I think he's gonna start probably by week. Is that 4? This week is upcoming is week 5 because they're currently 1-2. So like I said, shuffling next week, and then Juju get his start in week 5. Norfolk State, I don't know if they played this week. Shout out to Michael Vick. Dell State, I'm not sure they played this week as well. I didn't check. Um, Shout out to Deshaun Jackson. Shout out to Eddie George, and he's at, I forgot what HBCU he's at, and then North Carolina. I'm not sure if Bill Belichick and them played this week either. But yeah, that's in college football. Uh, Next, NBA news and training camp. Training camp is approaching for the NBA, and there's some news, not too much news, but Malcolm Brogdon signed with the New York Knicks. Malcolm Brogdon has been having injury issues lately, and he's still a solid backup point guard. But we don't know how much he will be playing. Um, can't say much more about that. But the Knicks are loading up. They signed Shamit again, and they picked up Clarkson from Utah. So they're loading up pretty decent, you know, for this upcoming season with wings and guards. No telling what's going to happen with Kareem Anthony Towns. We know who Brunson is. Um, we understand what the Knicks are trying to do. Sixers news. We already know what the. It's just who knows what's going to happen with the Sixers because they showed this week. They had a little flash of Embiid working out, who looked like he lost a little weight, but he had plenty of time to do so. Paul George working out, but that don't mean that they're going to be on the basketball court, and that's the sad part about the Sixers situation right now. There has been speculation of Ben Simmons may be returning, and to speak on that, I personally believe that if Ben Simmons if the Sixers decide to sign Ben Simmons, I think it'll be a great look. Um, I think it'll be great for him mentally. I think it'll be great for the Sixers because they need a power forward. You're not asking him to do more than what he needs to do, which is push the ball, defend. Um, it gives you another elite player if he can get back to where he used to be in somewhat, or even show flashes. Because no matter what, he'll still be able to defend. I believe he always be able to defend. It's just the other things that you may be too concerned about that I don't think it should be a concerning. You got three players on the court already that's going to demand the basketball: Paul George and B and Tyrese Maxey. So, and then with Grimes' situation, you don't know what's going on. So I think what Ben should do, if he signs back with the Sixers, I think Sixers need to put in a clause about pay to play. Basically, you get signing for a minimum. He didn't want to sign with New York. He did. Ben Simmons didn't want to sign with New York. And that could be a mental thing as well because of what the scrutiny he could get in New York. But he's already used to the scrutiny here in Philadelphia. So I think Ben Simmons, if he signs a minimum deal, that signs some way where he can put a clause in there where he only he pay to play and he can be cut it and everything is non guaranteed. Um and I think he should just come out and apologize to the city. Especially since then, his career has been almost in turmoil. Basically, it is in turmoil because nobody wants him actually. But I think if he was to come out himself, or live, or even a statement, or talking to a reporter, if he signs back with the Sixers, stating how much you know he's changed, but and he understands the ramifications of what the actions that had played out during the time here and since then, but he's just here to play basketball and try to get himself back together. I think it'll be a win-win. I think it'll be a win-win for the Sixers to sign him, if especially if he wants to be here, and if the Sixers can find a way to sign him for a non-guaranteed contract. It's basically, like I said, pay to play, because you won't be able to just get a check, get hundreds of thousands of dollars for just sitting on the sideline and saying that your back hurt and this and that and this and that other. And if you don't play, you don't get paid. So they can find a way to do that. If I was the Sixers, I would sign them quick, fast, in a hurry, because there's going to be somebody that's going to take that chance. And you rather have him in a place where he wants to be than a place that he's just settling just to get paid. Because if he signs somewhere else and you'll know if he don't really wants to be there or not. Um, NFL. I mean, in other NBA news, I haven't heard too much of anything else with training camp coming. I guess things will start ramping up. Besides the Kawhi Leonard and LA Clippers thing, which is mind-boggling, but it's very tricky. And billionaires and millionaires does this type of thing all the time. It's just this one got caught in the tracks, and Clippers are denying they knew anything about it, but nobody can explain a $28 million sponsorship deal where it ain't on your books, which doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're the Clippers, so you're saying that Kawhi was getting paid 56 million a year, or if you break that 28 million from that company in the 4 to 5 years, so you're talking another 12, 18, 24, about 6 million a year extra on top of the 28 that he's getting from the LA Clippers. So it's kind of hard for me to understand how Clippers didn't know that, because it has to be on their books, sponsorships and all that stuff. So if his deal is $28 million, it had to be somewhere where the Clippers had to it has to show coming off of their books. But if it's not coming off of their books and it's coming from this sponsorship, then you know the Clippers is fried. They are fried. And Steve Ballmer is denying any parts of it, saying I don't know what the deals and all that stuff that he does outside of the Clippers. So hopefully the Clippers uh contracts is straight and you don't have to worry about that. But if not, and you're missing money coming off of y'all payroll and it's going to Kawhi in another way, y'all hands is all in there.
Pause. You said something gay.
All in there. But in other NBA news, I haven't heard too much of anything else in this upcoming training camp. But as you can see on on ESPN and NBA TV and stuff like that, it's starting to start popping now because training camp is about to start. But we definitely looking forward to it, and it is what it is. So I guess within probably next week we'll really start because we're about a week and a half away from training camp, and we'll hear all the oohs and ahs and ears about what's going on leading into the training camp of the week of training camp for players to report. So, with that being said, let's move back up to the next topic: NFL fantasy football in the Basement Sports Podcast, Fantasy Football League. Currently I am 0-1. This week I'm playing Cup of Joe, who's 1-0. As of right now, the statistics got him beating me by 1.94. Well, not even 1.94, but like 1.5 points. Right now I have 14 points because of one of my Josh Jacobs played this Thursday night, which we will talk about. And I thought I put that on the oh shoot, I forgot I didn't put that Thursday night game on here on the rundown. But I'll talk about that in next week in NFL too. It'll be Yo B. Hold on one second. Let me get you on the screen here. Let me get you on the screen here. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you out of pocket. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, I did talk about it since the pod started. Let's get here. Um, you're in the basement with your boy Next Step and my man B on the B side. From the B side, he will have a segment if he ever get his stuff together.
I ain't gonna never get
Uh,
my stuff together.
yeah, that's very true too. But this is B from B and the B side. B, what's up, man? How was your week?
Week was wild, man. I'm in the middle of a project, um, like my own project, building a 240 square foot little shed area.
Shed, shed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what.
I got
Yeah,
the
man.
whole kit, and
You bought a kit. You ain't buying it. You ain't doing it from scratch.
well, it kind of is from scratch because it's
No,
all broken down.
if you bought a kit, it ain't from scratch. From scratch is 2x4s, and you
Oh no! I'm not.
yes,
I didn't want to do lumber. I didn't. I
okay,
wanted to go like the
aluminum.
it's galvanized steel
Yeah,
and
with aluminum.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's like heavy as hell. I moved 1,000 pound crate by myself yesterday. That was absolute hell, bro.
Yo, you should have called me, man. I wouldn't have came. But
Yo, you gotta chill. We don't have KC
Pause.
on here to make it funny.
Something gay.
He did say something gay.
yeah, that
Go.
would but yeah. I got you. I got you, bro. I was thinking about buying one of them joints for my backyard until I start. I'm gonna build my own shed from I'm using wood from Home Depot and Lowe's that will allow me to build the shed. Okay.
Let me just
So,
give one takeaway before we hop into wherever you were at,
okay.
and then we can hit the ground running. I do want to say one of the undercard fights. It was a Guatemalan Martinez versus
Yeah, that was the right fight before the main event.
zero defense. No. It was the
Up,
it
up
was the fight before the fight before. It was. I'm
the
not
fight
talking
before
about
the main
Vargas.
event.
I'm not talking about Vargas Jr. Vargas
No, we
Jr.
talking about the big husky black guy, right?
Yeah, that was two before.
Uppercut Central, because they both were just throwing uppercuts.
There was a slugfest. It was the
Yeah,
worst display of boxing I've ever seen in my
but
life.
I can't complain too much because it was
Hate it.
action. It was action, but at the same token, it was like, how is anybody gonna block an uppercut
It was
there?
LA. It was LA Fitness hoop session in boxing. Like it was trash, dog. Like nobody like changed angles, changed levels.
Toe to
Nobody
toe,
used the
uppercut,
jab.
body shot,
They
uppercut,
just
body
throwing
shot.
punches.
Yeah,
It was
they
like right
just
cross, left cross, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Like no precision. Just stand there
yeah,
and get fucked. It was just terrible. I was trying
yeah.
to teach boxing, and I was like, this is not what y'all need to see. But go ahead. Where we at?
um, we went over I went over the Terrence Crawford fight.
Mhm.
Your takes on that since
Uh,
you here?
Beat the brakes off of him. Exactly what I thought. I told all my group chats. I got Bud by decision. Even though Canelo's elite, I know he's going to come prepared. I just never seen Bud not put hands on somebody and
Except for his
really
last
make a
fight.
statement.
His last fight was horrible.
Was that Earl, or there was one after Earl that I missed?
No, the last fight was horrible. It looked like he was unentertained there.
Who did he?
I
Who was
forgot
that?
who it was. I don't follow boxing the way I used to.
I know Earl
So,
Spence. He beat the brakes off. Earl was
but
like he hit too hard.
yeah, but the last fight that Terrence Crawford had,
Mhm.
I was very bored. It was very
Yeah,
boring.
I
So
understand.
I just was like, my perspective on it was, if that's what I had to lead into going into this fight, I think Canelo's going to win because Canelo's going to get him.
Mhm.
But if it came down to boxing, Bud was going to win if he
Yeah.
came prepared. But being as though he didn't, his last fight was all I had to come off of. I
Mhm.
just was like, Canelo's going to win because Canelo going to come out and beat Canelo no matter
He's
what.
gonna be as sharp and as
Yeah,
elite.
and
He's the
power.
LeBron of this shit right now.
Yeah, so but from what I saw last night,
Yeah.
Bud put belt the ass on
Belt
Canelo.
ass in
Canelo
his
probably,
weight class. He
yeah,
went up in
moved up
weight.
in weight, and from what I seen, Canelo probably only won one round, and that one round probably was close.
Arguable, right? I don't think he was ever winning. Bud pulled up to Vegas in 2 week old straight backs. Like Jones wasn't even fresh. He
Yeah.
pulled up like team sloppy, all
Hmm.
of them waiting to get back to the couch by himself, walk out with the Antonio Banderas El Mariachi John. He was trolling them on the Mexican whole spin. Came out to the mariachi song, and then like he came out on some Kendrick Lamar
Yeah.
and settled it like very quickly. So
Yeah.
it was entertaining because
Sure.
they're both talented, but Bud by far he got
Yeah.
it right now. He's him.
Yeah. Dr. Kyle says, "What's up, OG? Colts are 1-0. He's laughing. Make sure you talk
Yo,
about Daniel Jones, aka Indiana
let's.
Jones,
I
aka
was gonna
Daddy Ringo
message
Starr."
y'all, Dr. Kyle. I owe you an apology because I talked trash about the Colts. Colts came out and also put belt to
Oh, ho,
ass.
ho, ho. Time out, time out. See, you starting your shit already. Dr. Kyle didn't even have confidence in his own team.
He chose them. He was the only, when we did the matchup. He was the only one that said Colts.
No, he didn't. He
He
said
just
they was gonna lose.
no. I don't think he said that. I think he said
He
they was going to
said they
win.
was gonna lose. He was on the podcast last week.
I was too.
Yeah. Remember I said you don't even have confidence in your own team.
I think he still chose
And
them though.
then in our group chat, I was like, oh shit, you went
Oh,
from
you
not
got the
having confidence.
receipts. Okay,
Huh?
you got the receipts.
Yeah.
You can stop, big. You see, I'm doing something, and you come
Oh,
over
let me
here.
talk.
And
Yo,
do
stop. Don't talk to the nephew niece like that, bro.
it. Here you go. Hey, here you go.
What's
Say
up,
hi.
Neff?
Big. He always come with an attitude. Look this way. Look this way, boy.
Oh, his name. He got a name.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah,
Boy.
Dr. Kyle was the main one talking about, I don't think we're not gonna win. Da, da, da. And then in our group chat, I was like, damn, you went from on the podcast saying y'all wasn't gonna win. Not the game, y'all was gonna get blown out. He said they was gonna get blown out. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Kyle is bandwagon. So he's just like an Eagles fan, but it is what it is.
Whoa, hold
Yeah,
on. Oh, I
yeah,
was not expecting to stray.
but yo, listen, hey, you vouching for somebody a lot.
You
UK
you
Trump.
you
It's
talking
okay,
like a
Trump.
man that's confident about getting his week 2 win. Like
Uh,
you already know you winning. Yeah, you know the Cowboys winning. You're
I
like,
don't know.
you
I don't
say
know nothing,
Giants?
but I have nothing to be ashamed of the way they played against y'all last week.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait. Is this your second game or third
it's our
game?
second game. We played Giants this week too. We
This week?
can't be in. third game on week 2. Okay.
Okay. Sometimes I feel like Dallas always one loss on top of what they should be. Y'all just always losing more.
Okay. So you're predicting. Okay.
Eight,
Okay. You
0 and
good.
18. Yes, sir.
Straight like that. Straight like that. I went over the college rankings as of right now. That's here nor there. Went over Dion and losing again. I didn't know if Norfolk State and Michael Vick and them played this week, and I didn't know if Deshaun and DSU played this week, or Eddie George. I forgot the school that he's at. Um, and I wasn't sure if Bill Belichick in North Carolina played because I didn't really. I was putting
Bill,
everything together as we
Bill
go.
not doing well over at
Yeah,
UNC.
that first game looked
Vic,
bad
Vic looked great, man. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Mike Vick. Um,
for
if
sure.
you, there's a lot of lore behind that because when he was an Eagle, he lived in the same down on the waterfront square where my mother resides in the waterfront square. So I actually would cross paths with him and
Mhm.
sat in the elevator next to him, got to have a private, respectful conversation. And I'm always going to be like Mike Vick. My,
Got you.
I'm a huge Mike Vick fan.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Support him.
Um, but then I started talking about right before you got on. We started talking about our fantasy football league.
Mhm.
Right now,
What we got going on?
I'm up 14 points. I play Cup of Joe this week. I'm up
Okay.
14 points because I had Josh Jacobs play on Thursday night, in which we'll talk about that game in a second.
Hmm.
Um, and as of right now, I'm in sixth place. Cup of Joe is 1-0. I'm 0-1. He's in
Hmm.
fifth place. Then we got neighbors know I'm selling it dope. He's 1-0. He's in fourth place playing Young Stacks, aka the champ. He's 0-1 in ninth place currently right now. Then we have KC and his Mighty Jets,
Hmm.
who's 0-1 at seventh place. He's playing Legends, who's 1-0 in second place. Right now, they got KC winning by 0.46 points in his game, and they have Young Stacks, aka the champ, beating neighbors. Know I'm selling that dope by like 30 points. Then we have King Henry, who's 1-0, who's in third place currently right now, playing no three peats. That's Raheem, I believe. And Heem is 0-1 in eighth place. King Henry is 1-0 in third place. And then the last game in our fantasy draft, fantasy football league is Why Are You Gay, which is mine.
God dang, y'all names are
It's
hilarious.
crazy, right? Mine
Yeah.
is actually in first place right now. He's 1-0 in first place, playing against Sneaky Play Lamar, who's my young boy that work at my job. He's currently in 10th place. He's on 1. They have King Henry
Mhm.
versus no three peats, which is him. They got King Henry winning by 2.24 points, and they have right here Mont beating Lamar by 5 points.
Mhm.
So that's the matchups for this week in our in the basement's fantasy football.
In
Uh,
my fantasy, I just want you to know I'm in first place. My team name is Three Legs. Go Birds. Three Legs, because obviously you see my son, and it's Three Legs. Go Birds.
You said something gay.
Did it? Did I?
I don't
Ask
know.
the ladies on. Hey, lady, audience. Did I say something on that spectrum? I don't think I did. I
Yeah,
just said three legs.
you said our names is crazy, but
But
you're
listen. You want to hear something wild?
yeah, you gonna say your name's three legs.
My lady made that. She was like, "Name it Three Legs."
Oh
And I
Lord.
said, "Why would I do that? What does that mean?" And she said, "Don't worry about it, babe. You
Mm.
deserve that whole story, Cap. But I am Three
Yeah.
Legs. Whole story, Cap. But we gonna clip that. We gonna clip that. We
You
gonna clip
stupid.
it right there, and then we just gonna leave everything out of context.
Oh man, you stupid.
Where we at an NBA News training camp?
Yeah, training camp. I went over the Knicks picking up
Brogdon,
Brogdon,
all that 1 year deal.
Sixers talking to Ben Simmons. I talked about that. It ain't too much anything to talk about else in the NBA with training camp a week away. So next week we probably have some more news of what's going on. They
I don't
showed,
mind him coming back.
showed Embiid shooting and Paul George lifting weights.
I don't mind him coming back. If you
I
look at Paul
I said the
George,
same thing.
Joel
I just
Embiid,
explained that. I just
and you
explained it.
look at Ben Simmons, I mean, you talking about different halves to a whole for all of like yeah. There's a trade off with each.
Bro,
At
I,
this point, it's like let him be the one and Maxie. You shoot away. You just a shooting one. We got two ones. We got a big one that can. I don't know how much he's going to defend, but fuck it, he don't got to shoot no more.
I think he still can defend. I just think his love for
We
the
just need
game has
niggas to
gone.
play.
I said this. I said this. They need a power forward. You get him on a pay to play contract, non guaranteed. If he's sitting out, he don't get paid. If he play, you get paid.
You get a point
You
forward.
get a point forward, a defender,
Hmm.
occasional basket or two. But all you're asking him to do is do
Distribute.
because because you have
Don't got
three
to do
people
all
that want the ball. So all that weight is off of his shoulders to
That's not
score
the
in
weight
any
though.
kind of way.
That's not the weight
So
though, doggy. The weight is the audience, is the
and then
fan.
look, this is
That's
what
what
else I
you got
said.
us.
I
Yeah.
said if he comes out
Hmm.
ahead of the train and says, have an interview with a reporter or even put an Instagram tweet out saying, "Listen, I understand the things that's happened in our past. I want to get past that. I want to be a better person, player. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get my mental together. I just here to play basketball. I apologize, but this is gonna be different here." If he gets ahead of the train and he wants to be here, have a team meeting with the players that used to be here and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they'll love him again.
Young boys ain't built like that no more. So I think it's
But
gotta
I
flip. It's gotta be the fan base gotta send a commercial or social media, be like,
welcome back,
"Well,
Ben, and
come
it's
home.
yeah,
Come
but at
home,
the same,
no hard
but
feelings. We love
yeah,
you
but at the
and we
same time,
need you and you gonna save us." And then you'll see the greater side of him come out and present. Otherwise, he gonna be like a female tendencies. He gonna
no,
come into it a
but you got to
little
think about this. But you got to think about this. He just lost his agent. His agent quit on him. His second agent then quit on him
damn.
because Knicks put a offer on the table. He didn't want to go to the Knicks. And this I kind of understand because if his mental ain't all the way there, he's definitely not ready for New York uh journalists. He's
Mm,
definitely not ready for that. Ours is bad, but it's
I think he
nothing
has more
compared
of
to
a
New York.
defensive assignment if he goes to the Knicks than he would
But
have
Mikal
here.
Bridges is there too, so you
What
ain't
six? He's six
he's
ten.
coming off
So
the bench, and he's coming off the bench.
Mikal Bridges is 6'5", 6'6".
No, Mikal Bridges like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", and he got length in
Okay,
his
so
arm.
he can take that responsibility. I
Right.
just think they would expect him to be like an OG defensive because Cat don't play D.
None at
After
all.
all of that,
None at all. But I say if he gets ahead of the train, puts
hmm
that statement out, and prepares just to play basketball. I'm here just to play basketball,
hmm
and he might get that love back. But like I
yeah,
said, a non-guaranteed contract, pay to play,
right,
basically. If he wants to be
yep,
here, he'll agree to it because he doesn't want to be in New York.
right,
Nobody, and the best thing about it is nobody wants him right now.
and he's healthy. Like
Yeah,
you talking about
exactly.
garage
He's pretty
kept,
much healthy. He's pretty
garage
much healthy.
kept low mileage. So is he bringing the Kardashian baggage? Is he
No, no,
still
no, no,
demon?
no. All that stuff is washed. But
You
like
know,
I said,
he
if he
might.
wants to get back and collect checks, non-guaranteed for this first year, you might get a 2-year after that if it's worth it and you want to be here because you're going to sign for whatever that makes you comfortable. He don't want to be nowhere where he's going to be uncomfortable. He
Mhm.
knows what Philly is. He understands the things that had happened here in Philly, and I think he wants to come back. I think he said it before. I would love to be back in Philly.
Mhm.
And Joel, they will embrace him.
I think so too.
They
I
will
think
embrace him,
I think
and he
that
will have a role. And shit, he would come in probably starting.
I don't think he would come in
The
starting.
reason I say that because they don't have a power forward right now. VJ is not a power forward.
He's
You
not.
can't put Paul
He's
George at
really
power
good.
forward because
Really a
Paul
one. VJ really a one.
he's a one
But he
slash
just
two.
can't. He just can't dribble and handle
Yeah,
the rock.
but you're not gonna put Paul George at power forward because
Well,
that means VJ will have to slide. Now you have Oubre
no
and
matter what you put Paul George at,
you
he
had
ain't giving you 82.
you had the issue with Grimes right now wanting 25 million.
Yeah,
I have no fucking clue. The contracts. I want everybody to get their
he's
money,
balling
but
out though.
these motherfuckers ask for money like as if they done made
we can
fucking
run back your
All-Star.
podcast, doggy. You was on his
I
bandwagon. You
I
was
like
like,
Grimes.
"Yo,
I
he
like Grimes, but not for
earned
25
it for you."
million. But I didn't say for 25 million. I said for 15 to 17, 15 to
Well,
18.
he was getting like 30, 40 balls, right? He was like really hooping towards the end of the joint.
Yeah, he
40
had the
ball
green
games,
light.
40 ball games.
Yeah.
Pause.
There you
Pause.
go. I wasn't gonna hit the button, but I was just
My bad. My
you
bad.
see my face, and I was like,
Yeah, you almost got me. All right, my bad.
but what I'm saying is Grimes is a 17. What messed it up for the Sixers now is Giddy getting that 25 million a year. My fault. Yeah, we did. Giddy did get a 25 million a year from Chicago.
Yep.
Not Chicago. Is it Chicago?
Not Chicago. It's where, yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
Okay,
Chicago.
to Chicago. Yep.
Giddy just got 25 million. And you wonder, like, how is he getting 25 million? And he didn't do anything neither. And he only averaged 14 points. Grimes averaged 20 on a green light. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna have those same shots once Embiid and everybody else is here. So
But they
I'm not giving you 20, $25 million.
season was ending after 82, so it was like
Right.
not
So I'm
really.
not giving you 20, $25 million, and your role ain't gonna be that.
Yeah, that was really garbage time in the schedule. I will
And
say this: Lakers,
another thing is
Lakers maybe,
say it again.
Lakers may want him, may want Ben Simmons.
They don't have no money for that. Well, I don't know if he want to be in LA neither, because that shit just
Yeah,
as
that's a
bad.
little, yeah, that's a little bad. That's
Um, but
back to his chick too.
New Jersey, the Brooklyn Nets
Mhm.
just signed what you call him. He signed that player friendly deal for 6 million. The boy that wanted 25, 30 million as well from
Who
K.
they shooter?
What's the dark brown skin boy name?
With the twist locks.
Yeah. He
What's his
just
name? He basically he's shooting everything. He don't give.
yeah. He's a hired gun.
Yeah,
He's a hired gun, and he was
he Grimes 2.0.
yeah, but he is expecting to get 20, 25 million. Everybody like nobody's giving you that, bro. You played on a bad team and you
This
was
is
getting
why
those numbers.
this is why I believe statistics, not statistics, analytics has really hurt
Ruined,
the game
ruined the
because
game.
and has probably ruined the game more so than any argument can be made about
Any other
Steph
sport.
Curry or
Hmm.
James Harden with foul baiting and rule manipulation. Oh yes. I don't know what he said, but it sounded like he said S a blank word. I don't know. Um, so I think that that puts the power in the hand of the agents to sell a product of future value rather than historical value. And a lot
Hmm.
of the older eras are pretty much like, yo, we got paid on what we did. Y'all paying these kids
Something
who
hopefully
think
that they turn
you did.
into.
And then you think it's an issue when they
Right.
don't do it because they never did it.
Right.
And you paying them future expectations. And I have to agree with that.
Yep.
You
I
have to
trust.
earn this shit.
Totally. Totally. I totally agree with that. And it's bad.
I got him. Go.
It's bad to the point where the NBA is signing all these lucrative deals with all these networks and things like that, so that they have to spend that money, and now the players feel as though even though you're not worth, not to say you're not worth it, but your play
Absolutely.
doesn't say that you should be getting that amount of money,
Right.
but they have to spend it on these players. Paul George getting 52 million ain't won a championship. How you getting paid just the same amount as LeBron James?
Has he won an MVP?
No, no
Has he
MVP,
has
no
he been to
championship.
a Western or Eastern or
No
Western?
championship conference. No,
Wait,
the
wait,
closest
wait.
he came was
Let me.
OKC.
Yeah, Indiana.
Indiana, all right, same thing because they
This
both went
this
to the
is before
conference
he
final.
snapped the leg too. So
Yeah.
that's a
So what
long
I'm
time.
saying is how
Back
can
in
you get
New York,
paid Steph Murray, Stephon
Steph Murray. Where we
Steph,
at?
Steph Curry money, LeBron LeBron money, and you ain't did none of the things that those guys did. I think that's the problem with the NBA now. Like you ain't won these awards
But
to
that's the
say that.
problem with basketball because you're
Yeah,
doing the same thing at
that's
the
what I'm saying.
NIL level, at the AAU level. I'm looking at kids. You ain't like, yeah, you did shit, but you ain't really do shit
Yeah,
yet. You
yeah,
don't even
exactly.
know if you can survive normal life for the
But
next couple years.
it shows a lot because when even in AAU, you can play for a team and average 30, but then when you get to Kentucky, these big schools that you're looking to go to, then your shit goes down to 10.
DJ Wagner,
I mean,
and I'm a
I,
very huge fan of DJ
yeah,
Wagner.
and
Very.
me and his dad was real cool. I was trying to get him to play for AAU with Triple Threat when I was there because me and
I
but
was my father and Milt Wagner are very close, and so
okay,
when Pops was still in my life, I would see and be around their house and hang out with
hmm,
Dewan Wagner,
well,
who's
yeah,
older than me. But
yeah,
I messed with that family. But
yeah,
DJ Wag didn't go where we wanted.
yeah, because you had him,
Dillinger,
and then you had
Rob, Rob Dillinger,
yeah,
Dillinger,
Dillingham.
Dillinger.
So but you had a lot of people putting these expectations on these players that's averaging these boatload amount of points in high school when you're probably more talented than everybody in your division or in that conference or in probably any state probably. And then when you get to these big schools in which you wanted to get drafted, I mean get recruited by, then your points go down to 10 and 12, and then everybody looking at you like
But why is that your points go down? I say there's three things that's going on. You don't know how to play off the ball.
you're playing with people that just as elite as you, and you got to share the ball now.
Well, that right there should be understood. That's a given. That's by default. Once you go up a level, everybody a killer. But I think a lot of people who do well at a lower level, they one high volume shooter, so they're not efficient scorer.
Mhm.
Two, they don't know how to play off the ball.
Mhm.
They don't know how to. And three,
They're one-sided.
work ethic as well.
Yeah,
And when I
they're
say work
one-sided.
ethic, I don't mean in the gym for an Instagram clip.
Yeah.
I mean everything you do from class to
Mhm.
the music you listen to the
Yep.
people you surround yourself with. Look at Mikey Williams. Like work ethic.
I
Yeah,
always
he's
said that.
gym working, but look at Mikey Williams.
I always said that about Mikey, and I
He
had the
does
opportunity.
extracurriculars.
I had the opportunity to playing against Mikey in his earlier years with Triple Threat when we used to go to Ohio to play in LeBron James tournament,
That's right.
and he had LeBron's Bronny and them always had a team full of reclassified kids. And
Yep.
Mikey stood out above all of them. And then up to Mikey's high school year, he stood out above everybody else because he's athletic. But I said, listen, he's about to have a growth spurt that's not going to grow. He's not going to grow. He's going to have a
Right.
growth stint. And then he's not going to be able to be the same player that they expected him to be on the next level because of his growth is going to stop. He's athletic, but all he does is shoot.
Yeah.
And look what happened. And then when
And cherry pick.
y'all put all this extra on him saying he's the best thing since sliced bread, his head get big, and then you see all the off court incidents and everything because y'all done gave him everything.
Because there's a prioritization in hoop culture of if you have a bag, if you can get buckets, where more so there should be a prioritization of how many, and it's almost saying the same thing, but it's not. How many go-to moves, which you may only need two or three, are super unstoppable and counters off that. And then it's about how few misses you may have.
FOH, Sean. FOH.
How few misses.
Y'all do
So
have a game of the day.
there's more focus on efficiency when you focus on out of 10 shots I missed twice rather than out of 20 shots I made 10. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
50%.
Hmm.
Like the focus should be on further away from being bad as opposed to being good.
Yep.
And when you do that, you raise your quality and your standards.
Yeah,
And
but
you don't accept being trash.
right. But in today's society, all these kids are taught to do is score, 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 score. That's why you want to get,
Highlight film for a little clip.
but not, but but the school's going to go for that.
I
But
blame
then
the
when
NBA. Everything that happens at the NBA is
you
a
can't blame
reflection.
the NBA if they got to go to college first.
who is these kids watching and wanting to be like? And then who do these kids become once they reach the top level? They
Listen,
become the NBA. So eventually you got to go top down.
how many of these kids came out with these high
I'm good.
expectations, get to college?
What is
That's twice already. I let you slide. False.
Pause. You said
That's
something
twice
gay.
already. Uh, oh, Sean says too many workouts and less free rec.
I
Yeah,
think the Beck
I,
is
I,
garbage
I
Beck.
can say that too because when we grew up, we just was going to every recreation center with our five, playing against everybody. Now is no, I'm going to work out. Now I'm a trainer as well. I understand training, but you got to get out there and play as well.
Yeah,
Opposed
but
to
how you playing? Are you
no, but
playing?
that's
Are you playing dribble, 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 dribble? Tween,
you
tween,
ain't doing
tween, cross combo,
exactly,
combo,
exactly.
iso ball. Everybody, you got 8 players ball watching.
Mhm.
Iso ball, punch, step back, double
Yep,
step back,
everybody
three.
doing step backs. I be
It don't
watching this.
matter if your free rec is ass. It's ass all around. Like
Yeah,
free dribble limit. Are you getting 2 feet paint touches? You know
yeah,
what I mean? Ball fakes. Kids don't ball fake anymore. Ball
yeah.
fakes.
I, I,
This
I'm like one of
has
those.
he? I would have went into the basketball NBA Hall of Fame if this was allowed last era. For millennials, this because everybody wanted to be AI.
Yeah.
This,
Well,
oh,
I
I was
mean,
killing
y'all had
kids with
AI.
that.
We had Isaiah and we
Isaiah,
learned the
Isaiah is
game
my goat.
differently.
Isaiah is one.
That's my idol.
He's my
We
goat. I
learned the
love
game
Isaiah.
differently. We learned the
Yep.
game differently from them opposed to today's
Dribble
system.
in the box. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
I
what I'm
got you.
saying? So I look at that and say, damn, we we can be changed, which it ain't gonna be nothing. It's just gonna get worse.
So here's what I think.
Kobe was trying to make change. We lost Kobe.
Here's what I think we can change. You ready for this? And you're not gonna like to hear this, and you're gonna, but you'll think about it later on. Take away 3 point line. You now have no benefit
Of
from doing the bullshit nonsense over there. Might as well pull up further.
And I'm not sitting there saying I
Back to
disagree with you, brother.
basics.
I
Back
like
to
it.
basics on just that key.
I like it.
Kids don't understand that the key is the key because it collapses defense. It's three in the key. That's the key area to get to, right? They don't get that. They
Mid
don't
range.
know that.
Mid
They
range.
don't respect the mid
Yeah.
range, the pinch post. They don't respect certain real estate
Mhm.
on the floor. They don't respect that. They, oh, it's a bad, your foot on the line. That's a bad shot. That's a
Mhm.
long two. That fucking mentality is why Melo couldn't eat as long as he needed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that killed Melo. Long twos killed Melo. Let's just talk about that. We
Mhm.
lost Carmelo Anthony in the league because he took long twos, made them at a high clip, but it's like an inch back further.
Analytics.
Analytics. All I'm
Analytics.
saying is, you take away that 3 point stripe. Imagine, imagine what kids are going to do because they're not going to be able to
They not
perceive.
gonna be able to function.
They gonna
What's
have to
this?
do.
We not playing here.
Yeah, yeah.
For
It's
sure.
going to be not worth it.
Yep. For sure. For sure.
Shout
I
out to
agree
you,
with you.
in
I
the
agree
league.
with you.
I
I
just
agree
saved
with
food culture, but you don't got it. You know what I mean?
you. Yeah.
Just one statue is all I need.
All right, man. So listen, we here. It's 12:40. Game start at 1 o'clock. We just talked about NFL fantasy. Make sure
Yes,
y'all
sir.
get y'all line them straight before 1 o'clock. Please get y'all line them straight before 1 o'clock. I fixed mine earlier this week because I ain't had too
I
many
had
options to
Kraft
change.
on my bench, and Goddard is now out, so I had to pick up Gasecki.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna have to rock with that.
Yeah. So we're gonna start try to start an episode where we do a sit them or start them with the fantasy football.
Okay, all right. You was close to that one too.
No. I knew I was saying I'm trying to say it the correct
All
way.
right, all right. You gotta think. What would you say?
Yeah.
God bless y'all for joining. Everybody who joined.
Yeah, please hit that like button, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? If y'all in here, say something so we can give you a shout out. Appreciate you just for even stopping in.
Yo, are we gonna hop on for the afternoon,
Pause.
John?
You
Later on.
said something gay.
Damn. Yeah, 3 strikes. I'm out.
You was going. For this evening, I said earlier, I was like, today, me and the guys we supposed to be shooting pool again at my house this afternoon. So around like 7:30, if
Okay.
I'm not doing nothing, I'll come join. open up the live again. And even if the game is on, we can just watch and talk about the
Your
game
live
during the
joint.
game, even though we can't show the game, but we
Can't
can
show the
still,
game.
yeah, we can
You got, I think you have it playing the sound in the background.
Oh, I ain't even sure about all that, but I'll just put the score up on the top of
Gotcha.
the screen so then we can talk about it. But the thing is nowadays, because everybody has different devices, I stream, so I might be behind.
Hmm.
You may watch regular cable where you're ahead,
Hmm.
so that could be the
I
like
don't.
kind of
I
a
I stream.
difference.
I stream.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to worry about that. I
yeah,
mean,
I'm not worried about it either. I'm not worried
everybody's
about it either.
wanting to rock with you
Yeah, so
and me.
that's
So,
something that we might do this afternoon. I'll text you and let you know. You know what I'm
bet.
saying? Then if anybody else that want to join, we can all I can have up to like 12, 12 people on here. So if we want to just sit there and bullshit talk around, you know what I mean, while during the game, we can do that. And then of course, talk about the games from earlier. But yeah. So NFL week 2 predictions. Let's get these
Oh,
scores up.
what we got?
Thursday night football, we had the Commanders versus the Redskins. Well, I'm sorry, the Commanders versus the Packers. Um Commanders are they supposed to be 0-2 now. I'm tripping. Am
That's
I
what I
right?
was. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what threw me off
And
because I
Packers
was.
is 2-0.
Yeah,
I can change that real fast. Let
it's
me make
okay.
sure.
It's okay. We can imply it and keep moving for the sake of
Yeah,
time.
so Commanders are 0-2 now, and the Packers are 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right, so we had the Commanders versus the Packers this past Thursday. My question to you be, without being long winded, because it's 12:42, and we gotta get through the scores. Do you think? Oh, I spelled Commanders all messed up too. Do you think the Commanders are taking a step back, or Packers could be just that good? Are that just that good?
Well, Packers got a boost in their defense. Micah Parsons was doing the damn thing, but I think it's his regular sophomore feel for any young quarterback or young player. The league is adjusting to what they need to do to stop him. They got a whole season of footage, and they're adjusting, and it's just going to be more difficult for Jaden to get his shit off. That's
Oh.
it.
I was hoping that the Packers won because I didn't want no division
Me
win.
too.
I
Me
didn't,
too.
I didn't want them to win any kind of wins, even in our division. So it gives us a little bit more leeway. But I say that the Packers do look good. Love actually is playing very well right now. He's playing comfortably, knowing he has what he has on the defensive end to
So,
back him up. And what you Micah is doing what Micah does.
Mike, yeah.
And then needless to say, I will talk about that on our Cowboys, but we supposed to be picking up JV and Clowney, which is he's been a traveler ever since after this
Hey, man,
game.
y'all dropped the
But
ball.
but Jerry but Jerry says, "Oh, we have enough ends to we have depth on our defensive ends, but you're going to pick up JV and Clowney now."
You're gonna get something less for what you
Right?
already. All right.
Yeah, right. But anyway, all right. So it was a great game. Packers wound up winning. They're 2-0 currently. Commanders are 0-2 at this present time, which is good for both of us in the
Yes, sir.
NFC East.
Mhm.
Next game we have at 1 p.m. we have the Browns versus Ravens. Uh Flacco starting for the Browns against Ravens. Ravens is currently 0-1, and so is the Browns. What's your pick for the Browns versus Ravens?
Ravens are gonna destroy them. I think. I also see Flacco going down with some sort of injury today, and Shador moving to QB2.
Oh, wow. You said a lot right there, brother. You said a whole lot. I will say that you really said a whole lot.
Handle.
Um, I didn't expect you to say all that. I don't think Flacco played that bad last game. He had the two interceptions by Jared Judy drop, and I forgot the other receiver who dropped the ball and it bounced and landed in uh the other team's hands. But I don't see him losing. Well, I think he's gonna have a bad game today. I will say that Ravens defense is pretty good. And but I don't see Shador in the fold right now until maybe half of the season because they're gonna give Dylan Gabriel every opportunity possible if
Yeah,
there comes to a point where Dylan is put in there.
that's what I
I'm
said.
not wishing injury on Flacco, but
Me neither.
I'm just saying in general, if things are going left, they're going to insert Dylan and let Dylan play for at least 2-3 games without any kind of prote- anticipation of taking him out. But I'm taking the Ravens in this game as well. I
Yes,
think
sir.
Flacco finishes this game, but then next week we might have some changes in the quarterback position.
Yes,
Not to
sir.
say Flacco played bad the first, like I said, Flacco played good the first game. It's just that he had some bad pop ups that dropped out of his receivers' hands that led to their loss.
Both teams should be 1-0. It's
Yeah,
wild.
I agree with you 100%. But I have Ravens. You have Ravens as well,
Yes, sir.
and the Browns lose. Okay, next game up we have the Jags, who are 1-0, versus the Bengals, who are also 1-0. Bengals did not look good last week at all
They
in their
always
win.
they always look like
Um,
it at the beginning.
Jags is, we're kind of like, you like half and half with the Jags, but I'm gonna go with Bengals. I think Bengals step it up this week.
Mhm.
How do you feel about this week?
Bengals. I mean, I need Gasecki to get a lot of fantasy points to make up for 24 left on the board from Kraft by me. He's on my bench, but I don't even think Travis Hunter is as impactful as we will hope him to be,
Yeah,
and he needs to play one side of the ball.
yeah, I
I
think
know
so.
what he wants to do, but he's trading off what could be done on the offensive end, and that's where they really need him.
Okay, I understand that totally. I have the Bengals going winning this game as well. I think Bengals win big because I think they're gonna put up a lot of points this weekend. Next
Okay.
game up, we have my Cowboys versus the New York Giants. I'm taking my Cowboys, though we lost to y'all last week. I can say I can take a whole lot and say
Pause. You said something gay.
we played very, very well with the exceptions of the things that happened with Brickhand Lamb for the first week that we didn't expect to come from him. Um, I will. It's hard for me to say it, but I say it. Dak played hella well last week. A little underthrow, little underthrow on a tight end going up the middle when he underthrew and he had the tight end had him beat for the touchdown
Mhm.
and it hit on the back of the head. But then, like I said, CD Lamb had some drops.
Pause. You said something gay.
But but with that being said, I had my Cowboys winning. I'm just hoping that this don't turn out to be Dart gets in a game and they pull Russell Wilson and Dart has a hell of a game and then we are back to square one again.
You better hope Jameis Winston don't get in the game
Nah, I'm thinking Dart
because
because Dart
he the type you don't want stunting on you.
no Dart was playing this preseason like he should have been starting this year.
That's preseason. I got girls taking us.
Okay. Okay. So you got us too, right?
Yeah, you
so
already
we
know who y'all are. You know you the girls.
I knew you said it. Whatever. Okay, and then we will have our game of the week. We got 10 minutes, so let's fly through this Ram. So I got my Cowboys, you got my Cowboys over the Giants. Next game up, we have Chicago versus the Colts. Oh, that's supposed to be Lions. I'm tripping.
You high? What's going on with you,
Oh,
Coach?
stupid.
This is
Stupid.
why we need KC.
You
Not
stupid.
all glasses aren't created equal.
You stupid. You stupid. Let me change that real fast. I'm sorry. I apologize to
I don't
our
even know who the Bears playing. Who are the Bears playing?
oh man, that was stupid. But
They were
yeah, so we had Chicago versus the Lions. Both teams are on one. I didn't like what I seen out of Caleb Williams, and he's not looking too good with all the weapons that he has. He didn't look too good last week to me.
that boy got
Lions,
wheels. I didn't know he was as fast as he was.
yeah, but he still
I
got to
saw
play.
him. He
He
need
got
to stop throwing.
yeah,
He's so
listen.
streaky.
You don't know where he's going to go with him.
Right.
So, with that being said, Lions took a loss last week of a pretty bad game that I was saying there under their administration.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm taking the Lions today, even though I would love to see my kids Swift and DJ Moore get off, but I'm not confident in Caleb Williams.
That was a bad one.
Pause. You said something gay.
I'm gonna need one of those buttons because you've been bugging.
Oh, if you
Um,
set
I'm
yourself
gonna
up,
go.
you'd be fine.
I'm gonna go the Bears, and the
The Bears,
only reason I'm going to Bears is because I think the Lions preseason camp and
Lions and
practice was
Tigers and Bears.
way
Oh boy,
they're just way, their practice is way too hard. I think they just beat the shit out of each other in
And then when
practice.
game time coming, they don't
And then,
have nothing left.
yeah, and then late in the season, the injuries come. They might be a little too thorough. I'm not gonna lie. They might need to chill a little bit.
Okay. So you got the Chicago Bears. I had the Lions. Chat, let us know how y'all feel about this game in particular.
I
So
really
we
just wanted
split.
to say the Bears. That's really all it was.
Next game, we had the Patriots versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins are going through some Tua
Hit
Tariq
Hill.
issues. Um, and I'm not sure if they're going to get past that. I don't like Tua, and they just
I
gave him
would,
that money. I'll be calling for Shador like yesterday. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna take Patriots. Even though I don't have Drake May playing this week, I got just Herbert playing starting for me. I'm taking the Patriots over the Dolphins. Dolphins go to 2-0, and there's gonna be some issues in
oh, and two,
Miami.
oh, and two. You mean?
Yeah, 0-2.
You off today? I don't know what's up with you. I got Dolphins taking this one today. They got to figure out the issues with targets to Tyreek Hill, but at the end of the day, I hear the Chiefs are interested in him again, coming home.
Mm, I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gonna take too
I don't
much.
think so neither, but I'm just saying.
Okay, if you say so. All
I,
right, so next game up, we have the 49ers versus the Saints. 49ers come off a big win last week. Brock Purdy is not playing this week.
oh,
Um, yeah, he might be out a couple weeks. So
oh,
if y'all had Brock Purdy, make sure y'all take him off y'all starting roster.
I got 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got a whole 5 minutes.
Oh,
Saints are 0-1 as well, but I don't know who's starting for 49ers this week. But McCaffrey is not in the best of shape either. So
he's playing though,
yeah,
right? He's like
he's playing,
limited.
but he's not in the best of shape as well. Um I'm gonna go with the Saints today because I don't know what's going over there in San Francisco, and I don't know what about the quarterback position as of right now.
I'm gonna go with the Niners, and I'm only going with the Niners because I'm not sure what the Saints receiving core is going to do. Rashid, you know the ball. Their receiver, he's so up and down with his
Mm,
performance that I'm not sure if he's going to blow up or if he's going to not have a good game. So I'm gonna go with the Niners
okay,
system.
okay. So you going with system
I
over
talent.
over talent? Okay, got you. I understand. All right. So next game up, we have the Bills versus Case Jets.
Bills. I
Bills.
move on.
I
Jets.
like
Oh,
Bills.
seven.
We
Oh, and
both
seven.
we
My
go
week.
Seahawks versus the Steelers. Shout out to my neighbor Marv. He's a Steelers fan. Uh, Seahawks. uh, Bad as I want Aaron Rodgers to fall on their face, I think Steelers are going to win this game as well.
Mhm.
Steelers go 2-0. How do you feel about this game?
I agree.
All right, so
Aaron Rodgers he's throwing well, man.
yeah, I ain't gonna say he's doing well because he has his moments and he has those moments, and you
Yeah,
can't
he
take that
got
away
let off
from him.
of those party favors that he
Yeah, so
indulged in, and he got to chill out.
yeah, so we both going Steelers this game. Next we had the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my man, Bowsmatic. So for you go left.
Mhm.
Um, they're Titans fans against my cousin Terry's Rams. So he's a Rams slash Eagles fan. So I don't know how he does that, but he celebrated when the Eagles won, but he was praising the Rams when they was. But anyway, uh, shout out to them. But Titans versus the Rams. I don't know what
You
to
going
say
with your
about
cousins,
Camp
Rams?
Ward right now. I don't know if the the coaching staff need to be gone or what. But I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Same.
We both going with the Rams over the Titans. Sorry, y'all. Next game up, we have the Panthers versus the Cardinals. Shout out to my young boy, Marvin Harrison Jr. Um, versus the Panthers.
That's
I got Carolina. I know I took Carolina last week and they let me down. I'm going with the Cardinals 2-0.
yep.
Cardinals go to 2-0. How do you feel about that?
Same. Kyler Murray, as long as he's healthy, um, he's got a great receiver, and I think that they're gonna exploit that Panthers defense.
Gotcha. Next up, we have Broncos versus the Colts. Dr. Kyle's Colts and Dr. Kyle's riding the bandwagon. I would love to hear what Dr. Kyle is about today. But you
Going
see
both
when he
decks.
when he commented, he didn't mention this week. He just talked about last week. They want to know. So he's going to bandwagon this one too and see if he can get an extra win. But I'm going with the Broncos this week. I'm going with the Broncos this week over the Colts. And Dr. Kyle actually said something in the comments.
I'm
Let's
sure he
see what
did.
he had to
What
say.
did he say? Let me check.
He says, I think Denver is going to win. So, Dr. Kyle, you would make yourself 0-2,
God
but y'all
damn.
are currently 1-0. But I digress because you're going to start saying a bunch of other stuff about them if they win.
When there
Danny
is no
Dimes,
enemy within,
I
the
can't
enemy
lie.
outside can do us no harm.
I can't lie. Danny Dimes did look good last week. But I think Bo gonna get a good game in today. So I'm taking Denver over the Colts.
Both sharp. I
Next,
got Broncos.
all right. Next, we had the game of the week, which I think is the game of the week at 4 p.m. is the Beagles versus the Chiefs. Beagles versus the Chiefs at 4:25, somewhere around there. Super Bowl rematch. How do you feel about this game? I know you want to elaborate. We got like a minute. Go ahead, because
I give you three words. Go birds, dickhead! The
fact.
whole house is
Fact.
screaming go
Don't
birds now.
relax and don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to relax and
Oh
take
shit! All
notes.
right, stop it.
Niggas just need to wake.
Yo, so I gotta go. I gotta go with the Beagles. I'm
Yeah,
going Beagles.
you know what it is.
I'll be happy to be wrong. Danny Johnson MVP. It's boy.
He trying to win
He's Stephen
no
A.
matter
in it. He
what.
playing
He
both
trying
sides
to
of
win
the
no matter
fence.
what.
He can brag if they win it, but then if they lose, he can be like, "I told you so."
He a Benedict Arnold for
Right.
real.
So the game of the week, I think, is the Chiefs versus the Eagles. We both are going Beagles over the Chiefs. Score, I think the Beagles win by 9. I'm gonna get that prediction on that.
I say a touchdown and a field goal win.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have the Falcons. Is the Sunday night game. Falcons versus the Vikings. I like the Vikings. McCarthy. I think he's gonna play better this week. Last week he played okay, but I think he's gonna play better this week.
I need the
Uh,
Vi-
over the Falcons. How do you feel about that?
I need the Vikings to win or Jay Jettas get like 30 points. I need Jay Jettas my wide receiver one. I need him to get targets, man. Throw the ball to him more.
Got you. So we both going Vikings.
Hmm.
Monday night we have back-to-back games. We have the game that starts at 7 p.m., which is Texans versus the Bucks. And I like Houston. I honestly do, but I can't deny
I can't deny it.
what you call him is doing over there in Tampa Bay. What's his name? The quarterback. I can't even think of his name.
Baker
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is playing. He's found his way.
Bucks take
And
it.
yeah, I think Bucks take this game too. We both take Bucks.
Mm.
And the last game of the week, which is another Monday night game that comes on at 10 o'clock. Uh, Texas. Oh shit, that's Raiders. I ain't even gonna fix that right now. But Raiders versus the Chargers, and we had battle of the 1-0. They're in Vegas. I'm going Chargers. Shout out to SB. Real takes over fake debates. SB Chargers over the Texans. How do you feel? I mean, over the Raiders. How do you feel?
You should be, stoned for these
I was
mismount.
rushing. I was rushing so that we
No,
can get
you're
the show
not.
going
You're
on time.
American. You're American. So I
Yeah,
go with
you're
the
right.
Raiders just to play the other side.
Devil's
Oh,
advocate.
God damn, we gotta get off this live. Hurry up.
Look.
I can't get right and Mr. Zesty, as in my son. Yes, we gotta get it together.
All right, I fixed it. But anyway, y'all, look, you're in the basement with Next Step and your boy B
B.
from the B side. Get y'all fantasies in. Y'all, it's 1 o'clock. Sorry, it's a done deal. But
Love
man,
everyone.
listen, thanks for joining us this week on our NFL predictions and what the stuff we talked about in the sports and the entertainment business. Hopefully, we might be back on this evening to talk about the games that happened this afternoon, and we can probably do a live during the 8 o'clock game if I'm not doing nothing. But man, we appreciate y'all for locking in with us. You're in the basement with your boy Next Step, and who?
B.
B. No birds. No
Go birds.
birds.
Go birds. Dickhead.
Beagles. Beagles. We going Penguins. We going
Bring it
Penguins.
back.
It
Bring
is
it
what
back.
it is, man. It is what it
We keep
is.
coming.
Thank y'all for joining us today, man. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Let me find my outro. There
Love
it
you.
is. B, you
Speak
got any
good
shout
things about
outs?
yourselves at all times,
You
y'all.
got shout outs?
Just shout out to the crew. Larry, K, Doc, BA, everybody that pull up. Mont in the comments always hold me down.
Don't relax and take notes.
Hey, for
Niggas,
sure.
this need to
Let's
wake
go.
up. Niggas,
In the basement,
need to
your boy.
relax and take notes. Niggas, this need to wake up.
All right, bro.
Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas, this need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke, relax and take notes. While I take totes, relax and take notes. While I take